Welcome to Phase 1 of the Ukrainian Vibes European Public Sphere Tour. Our project offered a virtual stage to young people and their visions for the future of Europe. In the four-part online workshop program, young participants learned, shared, and strengthened their knowledge about participation in different areas to build the Europe they want to live in. As our project is focusing on Ukraine and the European Union, we officially partnered up with the Junior Academy of Sciences of Ukraine, and we're lucky to have so many students from them joining us. In the workshop, young people from all over Europe came together to exchange their ideas. We reached 53 participants, including 17 experts, who generously provided us with their knowledge and advice, specific expertise, and generous support. So, our main task in the project was to build an open and inclusive space for discussions regarding the future of Europe. Therefore, we organized 4 online sessions on the topics democracy, sustainability, EU integration, and our Europe Create Your Future. The sessions included a mix of open discussions with experts and a variety of theoretical and practical group tasks. We started our first session on the 8th of June 2021 with the topic of democracy. The session started with an open question to all. What does democracy mean to you?
We need to allow public funding of campaigns. We need to create a system in which individuals, if they want to participate, can participate.
We should fight administrative and political corruption.
That's actually what's happening all over the world now, that more and more people are paying attention to this issue, that you have to educate for democracy and about democracy if you want it to function.
This is very budgeting is that it's an opportunity, it's a democratic process in which the residents get the chance to submit their projects, the issues, and the government then funds them. So it's like a ground level development in which the residents are allowed to address their own problems, own issues, and they get a chance to solve it on very basic level. And also it increases the involvement of people and it gives the people the power with real money.
Addressing the government is really important, and I think there are many different ways how to do it. Maybe it's to do it in a protest and demonstrations like we do of Fridays for Future every Friday or Fridays to demonstrate, to strike the school, to take really action to the politics.
We deserve to experience what a true democracy feels like.
In the second session, we focused on sustainability and environmental issues. How can you help creating a sustainable environment in your society, country, and Europe?
First of all, it's about education. It's about education, caring, and putting an effort.
I'm shocked because if I compare myself with my friends, I think that I live a little bit more sustainable because, for example, I use my own bag and I use my cup of coffee and tea wherever I go. I don't get plastic bags wherever I go, and I buy second-hand clothes and everything. But while converting my results in life in these numbers of arts, I realized that there is much more to do, not only these cups and non-plastic and everything else. There is a lot to do. So many people say, yes, we have a global warming, yes, we can do anything, and we should be like, no, we can, and we have to do it, like now. We can procrastinate this change, not anymore.
I started also as I was a small child with my interest for the environment, and yes, it never stops until now.
I have an opinion that there is a system in which we balance the economy of the community and to protect the environment.
The main topic of the third session was European integration with a special focus on Ukraine.
I might say that it is probably an aspiration for now, so it's a hypothetical. ethical topic at this point. So it's the kind of social choice of Ukrainian people, which they had to fight for quite a while now. And at this point, because the road is quite long to follow before it can happen, so it's probably a good point to start with at the events like this one, when we can promote the idea of what is European Union all about and how cooperation could look at all levels, and especially at the public activism level.
For example, in many countries when government is a little bit illegal things, like in Belarus or in Russia, only political actions in the public can change something, because the government ignores some organizations, ignores petitions, but they can't ignore people walking on the streets and saying something to all countries and to other countries. I think that is very, very important.
Young voting ages can increase the political information of young people. For example, Scotland, because young people who feel inadequate to vote inform themselves before votes more. So there's a bigger politicization of the population.
The most important thing is to raise awareness, to make an actual change, or to fight for something, to take political action. And I think it's very important to do that through online activism as well, because nowadays it's it's really important. Almost everyone is using it, and you can raise awareness perfectly through this. Through this.
If young people get involved, then they start to have more interest for the topic.
The final stop of the Ukrainian Vibes European Public Sphere e-tour was to take place under the theme Our Europe, Create Your Future.
Very important that young, talented people should go to the civil service to become politicians and to make this change, not only from the position of the non-government civil society, but also by becoming a part of the system, of the state institution, and to change this institution as well.
The Conference on the Future of Europe was an important aspect, as many participants had submitted their proposals on topics to be discussed there. As different as the topics are, all proposals have one thing in common: the desire for a common future in a progressive, more just, innovative, united, and sustainable Europe.
I would give more power to the European Union organs to judge corruption and to enforce the European rules.
We've also had this very nice proposal about more society cooperation, because there's not enough exchange in Europe.
Different countries are unique, important, and that we all different and have different culture heritage. It's okay, it's normal, and it's really cool.
If you're talking about the future of Europe, how I see, Europe should be more united and forceful in solving different global problems.
For Europe to be united and more a space of its citizens.
I want more political say for all citizens.
I want all citizens of Europe have a greater say. I want all citizens be involved in decisions, not only by voting, but also by giving in your own opinion. And I want a better representation of the youth. I'm thinking about maybe a parallel youth parliament, or maybe reducing the voting age to 16 years in all European countries.
So What we think is that we need to get outside of bubbles.
It's about us changing and creating a future and not waiting for others to do so.
The future of Europe depends on us, and if we will do something, Europe will change and Europe will be like our dreams.
I want Europe to be an example for the youth to come forward and make the world a better place.
All of you are activists. You are already activists because you are here, because you're interested to learn something new, and because you're interested to participate in conversations about how can I be more included in making my country a better democracy.
At the end of the workshop program, all participants are able to shape the future of Europe according to their own ideas with newly learned tools of participation and a variety of new perspectives. Our team wants to say special thanks to the Junior Academy of Sciences of Ukraine, also to our project partner organizations National Ecological Center of Ukraine, German-based NGO Democracy International, and also Change Communication. Dear experts, thank you for such a wonderful contribution. Thank you our amazing participants for making your valuable input and sharing your thoughts. Thanks to all of you. We can achieve great things with vibrant civil society working hand in hand. Let's get started now.